And yep. Make sure it's the right show. All right, cool. All right, so everybody can see my fun stuff over there. All right, what is going on, Zach? Welcome, welcome. So I wanted to do like a quick preview because I don't think anybody got a chance to see all these. So I'm gonna do like a walkthrough of all of these fun little prints that are available, and then I'm gonna talk about what I'm doing with custom, and then hopefully in this next little bit, custom is actually going to jump on here with me as a co-host. So it's going to be a dope show. I got about maybe 2 hours worth of work I'm going to do. But I wanted to show you guys this. So these are some of the prints that I'm going to start putting up here. So we got this Carnage. I got a nice little Deadpool on a bullet with the Wolverine. And then if you don't want Wolverine, we just got Deadpool on the bullet. So it's pretty cool. And then let's see what else we got. Got a lot of stuff. We got the Chimichanga Deadpool, which I really love. I think I had another one in there, but I sold out. That was the one. So this is like one of my favorite pieces I ever did. This was a piece based upon the the first Deadpool movie, because you have little Cyclops right there. He's got all of his weapons, so just like he had in the movie. And off to the side here on the original piece, there's an Ajax can inside of his bag, so it's kind of a neat piece. All right, in addition to that, if you are a fan of Cable, there's a Cable piece. There's a Venom, and like I told you, I kill it when I do my Venoms because I love working with that character. These are two new ones. So we have the who is it? It's Megatron. I'm sorry, this has got that weird aspect. So you got Megatron as a Venom version of himself, and then we go with the classic Optimus Prime jumping scene from the original Transformers. So pretty neat stuff. Let me let Custom know that I'm on real quick, and then maybe we can have him jump in as we are going. So let me grab. Let me just message him real quick. I am live now. Just going over some prints. Okay. All right. So in addition to that, we got that good old Iron Fist. He will be making an appearance in the next Daredevil Reborn. If you like something comical, Odie and Groot. So very, very unique kind of twist. This is what was given away last night. So this is a very unique piece. It's Batman, Superman. So before the movie even came out, that was made. Rat City Spawn. What else do I got in here? I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to put up. This was my first Harley Quinn I ever did. Dueling Blasters. We got this is a set of Doomsday and Superman. This is one of my original graffiti styled ones with lots of heavy line work inside there. What's going on, Ant? Just going over some of these prints that are going to be posting probably over the next couple of days. I'm going to start popping these in here so I can start clearing out my inventory. I might do a buy two get one kind of thing coming up here soon. This Flash is going to go in that DC collection. And these are my favorite ones. So these are the turtle prints. So there's the Splinter. Now, the set that the person's going to get only has 4, but I'm going to go ahead and hook them up. I'll have some other stuff going in there with it. So you got April O'Neil. These were all littles. Another Deadpool. This was a what was that? A free comic book day one. And this one is like vicious. Love this. That green outline. It's beautiful. I could do some more work in there, add some more texture to it, but it would be really cool. If you're a fan of Casey Jones, there's my little Casey. Then we have a little Krang. And here are the turtles. So these are the actual turtles. Every print, though, is 11 by 17. So there's the little Donnie, little Mikey with the orange. I don't have the black and white ones, but I did want to at least show these so that way people could see them. Bebop. I do not have a Rocksteady. Rocksteady actually sold out. What's going on, Joseph? So you can kind of see what's going on here. I'm working on getting you that Ghost Rider piece. Oh, I didn't realize I do have these in here. These are the actual prints that are going to be coming in. So these are the black and white. So everything, just the headbands are red. So this is a retro style, but I still incorporated the R so that way people would know who they were. And then on the bottom part, again, the band has the head. But you do have that Japanese symbol in the back for every one of them. I think they look better in the black and white. Yeah, these are the ones that your son's going to be getting, the black and white versions, not the color. I like the retro style better, but he'll definitely be getting these. And for those of us that, aren't a budget, we have the set all in one. So it's just one print that has 4 of the collection of that series. So this is series 2 right here, and this is series 1. Yeah, I think they're pretty neat. If you're an anime fan, I got my last Goku style. I used to have a God Goku in there, but I sold out of that one. One of my favorites. This one probably took me about 16 hours to do between illustration and then digital color, but this has got a lot of little tricks inside of it. It is my favorite Gambit piece. Same thing with this Naruto. So if you like Naruto, same thing. This is about a 16-hour piece. This is a combination of multiple styles of that particular character. So I really wanted to emphasize the power, and I put a lot of tricks inside of there. You have some foreground work that's got a little bit of haze to it, but so much detail inside of his clothing. If you like Attack on Titan, you got Mikasa. And these are some of the unique little. So this is little Akuma. Again, like I said, I love drawing Akuma. This is just the little version of him. The one that I have planned for the comic book, even better. And then you will never see this. Nobody else has this. And I actually have 2 other characters that I'm holding off on. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but this is Mickey as an assassin from Assassin's Creed. And then let's see, what else do we got left in here? We only got a couple more left, and then we're going to jump in. Then we got Thanos, if you're a big fan of that. And then the last but not least, anybody that's a fan of Walking Dead, this was my 20+ hour piece. Yeah, that Mickey is a beast. Wait until you see the next one that's coming out. Assassin's Creed, like as far as, design and idea for the game, great. But they made really good as far as like mixing them with other characters. So it's really cool. And then my favorite movie of all time, which I still need to do more of these characters, but this is my favorite anime of all time, Akira. So this is actually Kaneda from that movie. So this one's there. So those are all the prints that are going to be popping up on the Whatnot. I'll do them as bundles if people want to do that, but they'll be put up there individually, and then anybody can go through there and they can kind of figure out what they want. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's go and jump into the fun stuff. Zoom in. Cool. Yeah. All right. All right. So first things first, let's take a look at what. Okay. Cool. So Custom Cuts is going to be on with us tonight as a co-host. So that'll be cool for us. All right. So let's show you what we got. So anybody that's on here that wasn't here last night, I'm going to show you what Custom's doing. So Custom sent me 8 books to work on. Okay. So I'm going to do a Spider Woman on here. Starscream, which I already have the mock-up, so this one's going to be done first. He's going to give me a view, whatever I want to put on this particular one. Obviously, got to throw an Iron Man on that beast. I am doing an Akuma. That was my final decision I was going to do. I'm going to do Akuma on here. Got to put a Superman on a Superman cover, and he's going to be breaking those chains. I'm going to get to do an Aquaman. I just got to figure out which Aquaman I want to do because there's a bunch of different versions of him that I like. So we're going to pop him on there. And then, of course, we are going to be doing Lion-O from Thundercats. Now, these are all going back to Custom, and he's going to do what he does on here. However, the bonus on here, like I told him last night, and anybody that was on here last night, all of these are going to be sent to him with custom work on the rear as well. So I will not be showing what's on the rear. So whoever gets it, if Custom wants to show them, cool. Otherwise, you guys are going to get a nice little surprise when you get your books. So those are that I have not done with any of the other books. Usually when Custom has that stuff done, me as the artist or whomever, they usually only do one side unless they're doing a large piece. But typically I'm going to be working on one side. But I really want to make something special because Custom has really been hooking me up as far as helping me with getting my skill in the CGC world, and we're talking pricing and skills and all that kind of good stuff. So there's a lot of like thanks that I'm giving to him for helping me out in a lot of different areas. So I'm very blessed to have that be the case. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to continue on this piece from last night. This is our Charizard. Let me see if I can get the mock-up ready to go. It's a little fuzzy, but that's our mock-up right there. So we're going to go in and we're going to finish working on the character himself, along with finishing up some of the details on Charizard. I'm getting him looking really, really good. I don't know if I'm going to get him all the way to color tonight, but I'm going to try to get him as close as possible. One person reached out and was curious if I was going to be doing the wings. And it would not make sense to me after having looked at the design that I don't put in the wings. So I actually have to expand this picture. Was trying to not do that, but that is not going to be the case. I have to do it. So a gentleman by the name of Loading His, sorry, I shouldn't say gentleman, a person by the name of Loading, because I don't know they're male or female, but Loading has reached out to me and requested this specific stuff. Now, we went back and forth for quite a while trying to kind of nail this whole thing down, and we were able to get it moving. We really had to come up with something very special, so I gave them a project that I thought was going to be looking pretty fantastic, and I feel like I've hit the mark on this one. I'm very happy with it. So before I go in there, let's go ahead and get this claw all set the way I want it to look. Oops, let me shrink that down. So if anybody's got any questions, please let me know. All right, Custom, let me get you on in here. Where are we? Hold up. There it is. Invited co-host. Confirm. Boom. All right, so you should be popping up in just a sec. I'll put my volume up so I can hear him. All right, as soon as he accepts that request, we're gonna be in good shape. Bring that down a little bit. That way I can also see you guys.
Hello, hello.
Hey, sir, how are you doing?
Good, except for my technology. It's
Uh-oh.
like it's lagging and popping out and doing all kinds of weird things.
That's not a good thing.
No, no, it's really not. I'm like, what the heck? What's up, Papa Smitty?
Oh,
How we doing? Guys, if you don't know Papa Smitty, you can give him a follow. He's a great artist on here.
yes, please do.
I got to meet him recently, last month.
Where, in your area or at a show?
No, we were in Chicago.
Oh, very cool.
We were both there for an art education conference.
Oh, that's the one that you were on when I was streaming that one time. I remember that.
Was that?
You were. I was streaming one time, and you were at that. I believe that conference.
Oh yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, how's your Easter been so far?
Good. I apologize for the dog barking. She's a little upset. I think she didn't think it was bedtime. I told her it was, but she didn't think it was. We're getting some arguments.
Is hilarious.
It is, except I worry she's going to keep the whole family up because they're all supposed to be sleeping due to, school and such tomorrow. Oh, look at this. Andre walks in the room. Tobias. Look at all these people.
We got some good
You're
people up in
attracting the
there.
good ones. Yeah.
Well, I don't usually do night shows, so this is very different for me.
Nice. That's true. That's true. I loved it last night because I don't usually get to watch you. You're usually streaming when I'm working the day job, but last night was awesome.
Yeah, I felt like I was in the same boat last week because I was waiting on my plane flight last Thursday, and I'm like, or last Saturday, I'm like, this is great. And I literally got to show my wife what you were doing, and she's like, this is amazing.
Oh, this is when you were down in Texas?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I did a lot of streaming of your shows. Literally, I would go to bed just watching the whole stuff and go down.
Really?
It was yes, it was
Nice.
really, really cool.
I'm going to invite Regenerative because this is his book I'm working on.
Oh, nice.
So he might want to see this.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this is the front of it.
That is sick.
It was fun. It was the cuts were like intense because it's literally between every web.
that is so
much.
Crazy.
It's a bit much. But I go this way. He wants to do something on the back now, so
I don't know how you do that.
Your package is in the mail. Do what? Flip it over?
Just how you're able to do that with such precision. It's insane.
What, the cutting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just practice. Lots and lots and lots of practice.
I guess that's the case. It's just very cool to watch. I never thought I would be that person just like mesmerized by the process, but I definitely am.
Oh, Papa Smitty, you don't have a shield? Marcus, I noticed you don't have a shield either. We got to fix that.
I do not.
So, Black Knight Customs right here. Black Knight Customs, Papa. That's where you get your shield. It's very reasonable. It comes with the inlay. Hold on. So this is my inlay piece, so it goes right on top. So I can leave it here, and I can literally just like draw on my hand, never hits the paper. So,
Oh
what are you
man, I'm
saying, weekend?
gonna
Cheese and switch to cutting comics. That's right. I did cut the cheese. Lots of practice.
yeah, definitely got the skills. So I was telling everybody before you got on, I'm gonna put something on the back of everyone, so you have the choice to either show it to them as you're doing it, or you can just leave it as is, and they get surprised when they get their books.
Mmm. Nice.
But I won't show it. I'll just show the front.
Okay. Okay. You know you don't have to do that, right?
I know I
Because
don't, but
we're trying
it,
to. Okay.
I really want to. This is a special one for me. I'm not going to do this on every book, but I just feel like this would be a fun little thing for people to get.
Hmm.
And it's completely random because you might have a person that might get two, somebody might just get one, but they'll get something
Hmm.
really nice. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be really
Yeah.
fun.
So Papa Smitty, they burn in whatever logo you want. So
Oh,
this is
that's
my
cool.
logo here. Tobias has one. A lot of the artists on here have them, and they have their own logo or their signature. They can burn your signature right into the side too. Papa, did you see this?
What's the turnaround time for them to do something like that?
Oh, he's quick. I got mine in probably like 4 days. I don't know. It was super
Oh,
fast. So Papa Smitty bought one of these at the same convention.
okay.
So I'm just showing him what happened to mine. It's in pieces. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, that's the one you said that broke the other day?
Yeah, yeah. So I didn't call, but I wrote an email. And we'll see. Thank you, Zachny, for reminding me. But yeah, you have one, but you're not an artist. Weekend. Oh, you have a shield. Nice. That's cool.
All right,
Very
gotta figure
cool.
out how I'm going to do this. One of my favorite Spawn books of all time. The first one. I
Oh, right. Yeah.
can't tell you how many
It's
copies I bought.
I've done a lot of those because it's Spawn number one. I've done a lot, but the when you cut it, the interior is not that interesting. It's some black and white, or it's some vertical panels. Sorry,
Mhm.
horizontal panels with some white divisions. There's just not that much to it. Oh,
Right.
weekend, you are an artist. What the hell? We've collaborated. What are you talking about, bro? He's all, I'm not an artist. He's a
He's being
huge
humble.
Lobo fan. Yeah, he's being humble. That's what it is.
It's like I don't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, but he does.
So that's how you surprise people and you cut and you throw them off a little bit.
Right. You're like,
'Cause,
oh no, I don't really draw. Yeah. I remember this time in high school. I knew this guy, uh, was it Steve Burns, and huge guy, big jock guy. But I heard he could draw, and I'd seen him doodling in class and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, he can draw. And then it was the weirdest thing. He challenged me to like a drawing competition.
Mhm.
He's like, Let's have a draw. What I can't remember, sketch off or something. I don't know what he said. And I was like, "Oh, this is weird." And I'm not very competitive, so I was like, "No, I okay, well, all right." I finally agreed to it, and we were gonna draw. I don't know. Somebody picked. It was like an orc or something kind of from fantasy,
Right.
and like they had a timer, and they were like, "Okay, go." And so I like started drawing, and I'm like thinking this is serious, and he just put his pencil on the paper, and he just like scribbled all over like that, and I was like, "What? Wait, what? Are we not doing this?" Like I was kind of disappointed. I was like, "Wait, I thought we were doing this. I thought we were." He like didn't even try at all. Like it was a total farce.
Because he didn't know. Well, I think he thought that you were going to be playing around with him, but you
Yeah,
kind
no, I
of shocked him.
yeah, I started drawing like legit, and he just scribbled all over the page and started laughing. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's fine." Like I said, I'm
That's
not really competitive anyway.
You know, I'm definitely very competitive, but when it comes to my art, I don't do that. That's the only area I can't say I'm competitive in anymore. I used to be. Um,
Yeah.
I told people my story about like I would go down like Artist Alley and I'd be sizing up people
Oh,
all the
really?
time. Yeah, because I mean,
Really?
you get humbled real fast when you find out somebody is selling stuff for way less, and
Mhm.
they're able to crank them out like nothing, and people just love that kind of stuff. And I tried to duplicate it. That's where I really got humbled, and I'm like, that's not what I do, you
Right,
know.
yeah.
And that's the story I tell my students now. I'm like, don't compare yourself to other people. You can't,
Yeah, you
because you're not.
can't, and there's always, no matter what you do, there's always someone better than you,
Absolutely.
always, like, I do this paper cutting thing, which I don't see many people doing, but I guarantee you there's people out there that are better than me at it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I use that as like fuel because it helps me learn my craft more.
Mhm,
So, and when I teach a lot of graphic design students, in art students, they get very easily discouraged because they see somebody better, and they're
mhm.
like, I can't do that. I'm like, the only difference is that you're not putting in the effort to, you know, build up your skills. It's not
Yeah,
that you
but like
can't do it.
like you said, you
It's,
can't compare either.
yeah, I
Mhm.
mean that may not be for you, and I tried for a long time where, I'm going to draw like Jim Lee or Todd McFarlane. Like, that's not me. I can't. I'm not on that level. I don't draw like them. I'm not in even in their ballpark right now. But I learned really quick. Going to conventions was the one that really got me.
See, I never really went to conventions. I've still only been to, like, 4 maybe?
Hmm.
I can't even think how many I've been to it. I think that's it, and I've only gone to those 4, like, in the last, I don't know, 4 years, and I've never been to a big one. Like, I've never been to, like, a CT2E2 or a San Diego or any of those things. I've only been to, like, little local things.
When you go to well, it's different when you're drawing in it versus, or sorry, doing art in it versus actually being just an average audience member.
Yeah, oh,
Um,
I imagine. Yeah.
it's a hard hustle, and the bigger the stage, the harder the
Mhm.
hustle has to be, and it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a
my
photo real quick. Okay. I mean, you can keep talking, but I'm just
yeah, my wife would tell me like, and I was really bad at this, so my time management was horrible when I would do these, and for some reason under pressure, I just kicked tail. Um, but it was just a lot because I'd be working up until my deadline, and it was just wearing me out from convention to convention. But I ended up doing pretty good. But now it's more like I want to be in galleries. That's my goal, and do stuff like
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
So I've kind of diversified what I do. So I don't want to just do one thing.
Yeah, that's all I've ever done until recently. Basically, until Whatnot, all I've ever done is gallery work. Like, it's always been painting and mixed media and large pieces, and exhibiting 4 or 5 times a year. That's been my entire life until now. Now that I'm doing this as much as I do, I never show anymore. I haven't had a show in probably 2 years now. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I had a chance to look at your website. I'm like, I don't I even understand it. Like, it's two different worlds. Looking at what you do, on your website versus this, completely different.
Oh, yeah,
And
it's not even related.
it's
Yeah, it's not
amazing to see the
related at all.
difference. Yeah, that's the cool
Thanks.
part. I mean, people can see that you're multi-talented.
Yeah, this is more of a what people have asked me to do, and all the gallery work is what I want to do. Not that I
So
don't
were
wanna do this, but
were you like classically trained to do that?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I went to college for it and all that.
gotcha.
I was a painting major. Drawing, painting, and printmaking was my degree, actually.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
amazing. That is really cool. Yeah, I wish my college had all those options available, but that was not for them. I ended up going in there for graphic design, and I was part of the
Mm,
first like graphic design program that they had. when they
Yeah.
went to bachelor level, and yeah, I got humbled real fast when I went to go to my master's program, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're going to do this," and I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
I had to do like art history and all that fun stuff, and it's like I'm glad I did it because I did learn a lot.
It is definitely humbling when you get to the collegiate level and I mean, literally, like, the person sitting next to you can draw way better than you. Like,
Yeah,
it's very humbling.
yeah, but it's good in the
You know,
fact,
you think you're pretty good,
agreed,
but
agreed. I just I think I went over to SCAD, and that was where I really was like blown
mm,
away by what people do because it's a different environment. It's very immersive, and you have art from multiple worlds coming into one area. So the creativity is there. It's pretty intense.
mhm,
Um, when SCAD rejected me to go into their college, I was kind of frustrated, but at the same time, I understood. I wasn't ready for that kind of field. But when I did get to my other college, it was definitely good for me because it helped me do things I hadn't done. So like writing and different critical thinking skills. Those all those things I hadn't used in a while. I was able to incorporate.
gotcha.
I'm very very happy about that.
Yeah, SCAD's a really good program.
Mm-hmm.
I took,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
my my daughter did, like, the summer teenage program thing that they have, though. They all stayed at the Hive, and she did her art classes, summer thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a super cool experience for her, and I just tooled around Savannah the whole time, just while she did her art thing.
Yeah, I fell in love with that place because um, for me, I love being around art environments. And when they were talking to me about being able to work with their Fortune 500 companies, that's when I was like, okay,
Mhm.
we're playing in a different field now. And my portfolio just wasn't strong enough to compete with that. But eventually I did tighten it up, and it did get to where it needed to be. So that was a
That's
good
cool.
thing. What is going on here? It's got okay.
So I'm doing this Venom, half Venom. Oh my god, I didn't do my Duolingo. Shoot. Okay, I have to do that before I'm on a 221-day streak. So if I miss it, it's gonna start over. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Darn.
I did that with Sudoku, and I lost my 200 plus day streak, and I'm like, I'm not doing this again.
Ah, exactly, right. Hold on, I'm gonna write me a note. Okay, we gotta do that before I go to bed. Um, yes, I'm gonna do this Venom remark where this side of the face is the Spider-Man side. I'm gonna cut out like I did on the front. I'm gonna cut out in between the webs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little intense.
How now you got to explain the process of how you did that that Luke Skywalker, not Luke Skywalker, but Anakin Skywalker piece that you did.
Mhm. Yeah.
I just kind of how did you get it to line up with the face? I don't get how you did that.
So yeah, that was a. I've never done that before. So let's start with that. This is not like something I know how to do, but it turned out. It did turn out. So I literally traced it. So I went. So on page 10, Luke's face was on page 10.
Okay.
So I took this tracing paper and I said, okay, this is the edge of the comic book here. So his face is right here. So I traced his face,
Hmm.
and then I loaded it up with graphite, and then I went to the cover and I lined it up just perfectly, and then I did a transfer of his face,
Gotcha.
and then once that pencil shape was there, I drew all around him the Darth Vader.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
It does to an extent, but then my artist friend, I got this metal sculptor friend who came over for Easter today. I was showing it to him, and he's like, "Oh, so you cut the hole to make sure it was perfect first, and then you drew Darth Vader around it?" And I was like, no. That would have been a much better way to do it. Like, why didn't I think of that? But no, I drew the whole thing and then cut it, and was just praying and hoping that I hit the right spot, which luckily it really did. So,
It was a beautiful piece. That and also the Predator one.
oh,
That
that
was
was
crazy.
fun. Yeah,
That
that
was
was
that was a
fun.
crazy idea.
So that was not even a sketch cover.
Oh,
It
really?
was, oh, thank you, Darth, for sharing. Yeah, it was really super thin, glossy, like regular cover. It just was, camouflaged. It was a camouflaged variant, but not a sketch cover by any means. It, so I had a really hard time with anything sticking to it, like the inks and stuff, they stayed wet for a very long time, like, if I brushed against it, it would rub off, so it was very difficult to work with.
It sounds like that cover that you're working on, that Spider-Man one that I gave you. Very similar to that.
No, that one, yeah, but that was still a sketch cover though, wasn't it? Like, it wasn't a thicker paper?
No,
It
so it was a sketch cover, but um, when they were first starting out with these sketch covers, they would
uh
put like this gloss on top of them. So you had to sand them down in order for that to work. I didn't know that.
Oh,
I just
that's
went straight
right.
straight to work because I was like, I really want to draw on this book. Um, and eventually when they did reprints, they changed the style of paper that they used and they got rid of that glossiness. So the ink would set, and that's why when you look at that Spider-Man, you can see how like sketchy it is when I'm putting laying in the blacks. Because I did them like
Mhm.
3 times just to get it like nice and solid.
Oh,
It was hard to
yeah,
pack those in.
gotcha. Yeah, I ended up working on the back of that book, and I had some struggles.
Yeah,
So I
I,
I
know.
I think I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, I have some old Avengers books that I did like that, and I had to get rid of them because I'm like I can't work on this. It's too frustrating,
Mhm.
and if you move your hand the wrong way, you end up
Yep.
streaking
Yeah,
your
you
ink.
smear it. Yeah, so I was drawing like this, like my hand way up here. Actually, no, but I pulled out the shield like this, and I
Mhm.
was able to rest my hand, and, I wasn't smearing my ink anymore. So this thing saved me on that piece. It really did. It was super
Yeah,
cool.
my hand would have hurt so bad doing that kind of stuff.
Mhm. But
Mm-mm.
then I had issues, with it also, cutting it because it's so thin. Like, you pierce it with the blade, and then you start to drag the blade, and, like, it's so thin, it might just wrinkle on you, Like,
Mhm.
if the blade's not super sharp.
Absolutely.
It was definitely a
Absolutely.
struggle book.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. Well, granted, when I drew that, I was not expecting anybody to cut it. So that's in all
Yeah, no, no,
fairness.
not that one. That one was easy to cut. It was still thick enough, but no, that Predator one,
Oh, really?
it was super, super thin. I mean, it was like cutting a regular comic book cover, which is, it's a really thin, glossy material. Like, so to the point where, like, it would try to buckle as I was cutting. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
I didn't have trouble cutting that Spider-Man. I just had trouble drawing on it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to seeing what you're going to do with that Weapon X one.
I know. Dude, those drawings are so perfect. I love the fact that I'm like, I want these characters with cool negative space and like really good quality line work, and like you just deliver. Like, it's perfect. It's
Well,
absolutely perfect.
I like the challenge. The ones that you gave me are really going to be fun.
Good. I'm glad. Because that's what I need. I need that quality, to do what I do on top of it. Yeah, I can't start with, lower quality drawings.
So, do you find it harder, like if you have to do your own work,
Mhm.
versus like taking somebody else's stuff and just going to work on it?
No. No, because you see how easy, like, I can just, like, spit this stuff out, like, you know? But then that kinda gets boring. It's like cutting other people's stuff is a little more cool, a little more exciting for me because they didn't draw it, you know, thinking in advance. Oh, I'm gonna cut it this way, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like I'm taking someone else's, and I got to work with it. My own
Right.
stuff, I don't have to work with. I just do.
Gotcha.
But other people's stuff, I have to work with it. So it's more for the creative aspect. It's more fun for me to work on someone else's drawing.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, I think I got that. So we're good.
I dig it. JD, Manny Warbox, welcome in. Free Palestine, Doom. Sorry, guys, I'm not really doing a good job of looking at the. I never do.
Wow,
I never
we
do a
got
good job of looking.
a lot of people I've never seen before. That's
Oh,
cool.
these are definitely people I recognize. JD's a good client. I got a lot of friends in here. Free Manny. Yeah, I know these people. These are my friends.
Yeah, Manny definitely has been on my stuff. I think I did something
Nice.
for him recently.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, Free's been popping in from time to time for sure. But JD, I've
Free.
never seen.
Oh, really? JD got
Yeah,
some. He got really cool. What did he get? Man, you got a Red Hood. JD, what was that last thing you got? I loved it. I can't remember what it was, but I remember really liking it. This Black Panther. He got two Black Panthers recently. One of them's getting CGC'd, but the other one I already sent to him. Yeah, he got some good stuff.
that's cool.
He got a
Uh,
King Black Panther's like half, in the suit and half in the King wardrobe.
oh, that sounds beautiful.
Black Panther collab. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. And the other one was Brian Elsfreeze. He did a really huge remark on the back, and I cut that. Oh, and then we did a collab. JD bought a collab between me and Def Shogun of another Black Panther.
That is dope.
Hmm.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, he's building up a nice little collection. So I'm making these webs really thick because I'm carving in between them. So I need them to stay thick and white.
Are you using that .07 again?
Right now, yeah. I always start with that. I go in and add smaller lines for a little detail, but I always start with my big guy. But I don't
Yeah,
go
like,
bigger than this.
see, I definitely go bigger than that. I go up to a one when I'm doing stuff. But
Yeah, I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, I'm using a point 0.8. I'm like, geez, I never even use a point 0.8. I definitely don't go to one.
yeah, it depends on how much thickness I want in those lines because I do like the thick and thin
Hmm.
treatment on those. So I like to work it up,
I guess
especially. Okay.
I guess I do for like a filler. Like I have a filler pen that I use that's, way bigger than a one. It's like a giant chisel tip.
Yeah,
So I do use things like that to fill, but not for drawing.
yeah. I have like I used to have a .005 that I used to use, and that I would use for like eyes and stuff like that, especially they're small. When
Hmm.
I'm doing sketch cards, I have to use that, but I will usually go between my now .033 and a five. That's usually as high as I'll go.
Mm. How is your card project going? I know you were trying to get a lot done.
I'm slowly but surely getting working back on that one. I'm
Okay.
probably like a month or so behind, but that's due to the fact. I mean, I got school and stuff like that, but I'm also enjoying doing the commission, so I just don't want to like
Yeah.
not. I mean, that's more of a fun project,
Hmm.
leading into a bigger project, but this is still facilitating the project as well because I'm working on a graphic novel, but I
Oh.
hadn't drawn and like consistently drawn in quite a while. So I wanted to do something that kind of helped push those. And the cards just ended up moving things into different directions. And I'm still going to do it, but it's not my focus right now. I just want to get some of these
Okay.
done, and then I'll go back to that.
I felt bad because like the first time I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this guy's so great," and then I was like, "Oh, but he's got this project that's gonna take him, forever. I don't want to talk to him about collaborating or anything because he's got this huge project he's trying to do." But then you said something. I don't know. I was in there and you said something like still open for. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, and I was like, "Okay, okay." So I grabbed a couple. Um, yeah. Anyway, I didn't want to like distract you from your goal of getting. Was it 100? 100 Marvel cards you were working on?
Yeah, yeah, I got to the 100.
Yeah.
That I was able to do.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, oh, oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah. The 100 I the first one I did was is that's done, and now I just have to move on to DC.
Right.
Um,
Oh, okay.
but I figure
Oh.
out what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the easy stuff out of the way first. I'm gonna hit Pokemon first because it's like simple shapes, and I can just blast through those.
Mhm.
Um, Plus, I'm trying out making custom Pokemon cards, so they actually have the holographic reflective covering on them and everything, and the stats.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
really trying something a little different there. So I wanted to give a little flavor to it. I tried it at a comic convention, but I know people like custom stuff and they want to get unique
Yeah.
looking things,
Yeah.
and I wanted to try that. Um, but again, doing stuff like this is where I really shine. If I
Yeah.
can do bigger
Mhm.
pieces, I got more area to
Mhm.
play with.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's how I feel.
let's
Let's see,
see here.
JD's asking how much you charge for a commission.
Well, all my commission stuff is actually on the in my shop. So I have sketch covers, cards, and then I have like larger pieces that I can do all the way up to 11 by 17. So please go look and take a look in there and let me know what you're looking to do. And JD, if you want to see an example of like the bigger pieces, I'll bring up the Predator one that I just did recently. So if you want something really big,
Oh, it's really cool, JD.
that was that one turned into a little bit more because I really like drawing those characters. So I gotta make
Mm,
sure I back it down a little bit next time I do one of
right.
those.
Yeah.
Gotta be
So
very careful.
I've tried to do big pieces for my 100th book and my 200th and my 300th, and now I've done up to 500. I tried to really just like break out, all the guns on those,
Mhm.
and it's fine. They turned out great. I love them, but at the same time, I'm like, guys, this you can't expect this every time. this is
Right.
this is not the level that I can do for your hour and a half piece. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I, I
but yeah,
I feel good doing stuff like that, but the one thing I can always do is I can repurpose it and use it for other stuff. So that's what I'm going to do with like this Predator piece.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's great advertising and stuff too. Yeah.
So there's that Predator piece.
Ah, that thing is so cool. Look at
I
that. It's a
love this thing.
carnaged vent predator. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
take a
got that.
photo real quick.
Yeah, the tail is probably my favorite part because it's got all that like reflective metallic red in there. So that's
Yeah, that's so cool. I love
yeah.
the 3/4 view of the predator's mouth. So it's like 3/4 view and then roaring from below. Like
Hmm.
that's not your straightforward. I'm looking at the camera. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
awesome. Love
That's
that.
the thing. Like, I have this buddy of mine. His name is Rob. He goes by Sketchcraft, and we go
Hmm.
back and forth. And He's been teaching me a lot of stuff over the years, and it's all about like having that good movement in your pieces. Um,
Hmm.
if you were to put it as a statue, what would it look like? And I'm like, man, that would be really cool. I put that on my mantle. That's a cool piece. Um,
Right.
but also, when you get to see those little mixes, like when people come up with these, I don't what do they call them? Not a collage, but a collab of characters, and
Hmm.
I get to pull that off. That's fun.
Yeah.
Um, the There was a Conan spawn that we did a couple months ago or a month ago. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say hybrid, but that's not right.
Yeah,
There is
that's
a
it.
name for
That's it.
that where you combine two characters. Those are super fun.
Yeah.
To an extent. I love creative challenges. Someone's
Mhm.
like, "Dude, can you try this?" Like someone, the other day, someone's like, "Can you cut all the way down to Luke's face?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's try that." But what I don't like, and this is no offense to anyone, hopefully, especially anybody listening who's done this to me, but if they're like, "I want a picture of Thor at a baseball game eating a chili dog," I'm just like, "Oh, okay." Like those kind of like super spoofy ones, they don't thrill me, just but
Yeah,
but combining characters and getting cool new ideas out there is certainly fun.
agreed. I'm not. I have friends of mine that I would recommend to do that because they have a better sense
Hmm.
about that than I do. Um, and I've noticed like people will come to me for specific things, whereas, like I have a buddy of mine named Josh. He does stuff like that. I'm like, my brain doesn't work like that because I've just never like pushed
Right.
it to do that. But and
Yeah,
for
I'm like,
me
if you
on a
weren't.
comic, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
For me on a comic, I if I don't feel like I would actually own it, I'm not going to do it because I wouldn't give it justice.
Yeah. And I feel like I've I've tried to make. I don't know. I don't like the word niche, but I've tried to make this market where, like, if you want something cut, come to me. Like, that's what I do. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't try to do a bunch of other stuff because you can go to other people for the other stuff. But if you want something cut, I'm here. So that's what I've tried to do, but I still get a lot of requests for other things. Hey PK, welcome in. I'm gonna color these gums too. So I'm going to do something on here that I like to do when I'm cutting things that are supposed to be a certain color.
Hmm.
Like Spider-Man's suit is supposed to be red, right? I
Okay.
have no idea what color's underneath here. So just to ensure that it looks like Spider-Man, I'm going to trace these shapes in red first and then cut them. So there'll be a
That's smart.
thin red line around every little thing. Then I just know it's still going to read as Spider-Man. It could be blue under there and it's still going to read as Spider-Man. So
That is very
I'm
unique.
I'm going to do that.
See, that's the brain part of this whole process that you do that I am not. I can't do yet.
Yeah, but you
Um,
got that amazing line work. You got what most artists, need and most artists don't have. So it's very cool.
lots of years of just noodling and practicing.
Mhm.
People tearing apart my work and me getting upset and then just fixing it.
Using that to grow. I
Yeah.
mean, that is one thing that college going to school for it does is gives you the critique options or the opportunities, to get that formal critique and then you get up, you're young and dumb and you get stupid and mad at first, but then you go back to it and you make it better.
Hmm.
Like I eventually learned to love critique and grow from it and purposely seek it out.
Agreed. I mean, I just like even when I'm teaching my students about critique, because I make them do it in my class. Like they have to critique each other's
Hmm.
work, as well as me walking them through it. Um, I'm like, it's not where you get beat down. This is for you to be able to have somebody see what you don't see because you're in it
Hmm.
and you don't have the same perspective as another person would see it.
That's right.
So stop beating yourself up about it. Use that information and clean up what you don't see.
Yeah. Stop beating yourself up and like use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Take what they're saying. Welcome, B5 Farron. Paper, welcome in.
Yeah, there are too many of these newer artists that get frustrated by that. But I think the critique part in college is really good. Um, I
Hmm.
think that you know when you're new into this stuff, you get very easily butt hurt, but it's
Hmm.
only going to strengthen what you do. And I don't
Yep.
beat them up. I tell them like these are opportunities, which they are. And once they calm down and they really look at it, they're like, Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Now that I've had a chance to reflect on it.
Hmm.
Um, I kind of give people I give people this image that I did years ago. So I had a customer order a she wanted all of her characters, all of her lady characters like geishas, and
Okay.
one of the geishas that I did had a parasol. And anybody that's struggled with perspective, if you just mess up how the angle is of a parasol, it'll look upside down. And
Oh
my
yeah.
wife, yeah, my wife saw it. She's like, "That parasol is upside down," and I fought her on it, like hardcore. I'm like, "This parasol is
Hmm.
fine." She's like, "No, it's upside down. You cannot give that to that person." And um, it took me years to finally come back to her and be like, "Yeah, you were right. That parasol was completely wrong. I should have never used that angle. I should have gone back in there and fixed that." It just, yeah. And
Hmm.
it was a battle of contention for a long time where we were just like, yeah, this is just not the project I want you to bring up every time.
Right.
So, um,
Yeah, my wife
but
is a wonderful critic.
yeah, they're very good to bounce those things off of.
Yeah.
And if you have a wife that's got that good eye, which your wife does like what painting? Is from what I saw.
Yes. Yep. She's
Yeah.
also in art education.
Oh, that's even better.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
very helpful.
she was an elementary art teacher for many years, but now she's the visual arts supervisor for the county.
That's good.
Yeah.
We need more people like that to help push these programs.
Hmm.
I um, I was just talking to somebody about the art programs, and like they don't really put a lot of emphasis on it, but I think it's very important. Um, just for kids, it's a good outlet. I
Yep.
remember when I was a kid, I used to have my drawing pad with me all the time, going places, and I'd have
Hmm.
notes in there. And there's studies that show, when you're doing stuff physically, you remember things
Hmm.
a lot easier. And it doesn't matter if it's just you doing the drawing. It's also if you're like doing working on problems and stuff like that. Those things connect for a person.
Yeah, I
Um,
used to get in trouble all the time, especially in high school for drawing in class, and I would tell them, "Look, when I'm drawing, I hear you better. Like I'm remembering what you say better. And when
mhm.
I try to pull up information later, I can think, "Oh, I remember when I was drawing that eyebrow, he was talking about, the mass balance and that's how you do it." Like I just retain information better
Yep,
when my hand's moving.
yep.
If I sit there and listen, I'm not going to get it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and
I make visual connections to help me remember. That's exactly right, paper or PK.
yeah, I mean, that's something that I know for sure that happens with people because I right now we're doing a visual what is it called visual storytelling, and
Hmm.
all the
Like a
professors
narrative.
went different directions. They were talking about doing like animation and all this kind of good stuff. I'm like, you got to kind of keep it small, and so I made them do their own graphic, not graphic novel, but small comic strip.
Hmm.
And we did things where they actually had to physically write out their stories by hand.
Nice.
Then they typed them, and
Hmm.
then drawing all the comic books. I said, you can do things digitally. That's an option for you, but I prefer to see the pen and ink or pencil, whatever you choose, because I want to see where you might have made some mistakes. I like to see the roughies and all that kind of good stuff. And
Hmm.
they realize like after going through it, they're like, man, this is really helpful as far as like helping me strategize and figure out what my process is and all that stuff. I'm like, that's the point. It's just going to help you become better, and you will retain this information a lot better doing it that way.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna cut this up.
Oh wow, that looks so good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Regenerative. So
Is
this is
there?
Regenerative's book.
Did you put any
Hmm?
grayscale on that? Like any like
Yeah,
warm grays?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You can see a couple warm grays. I got a little bit of cool gray, and then I went in with some warm gray, like on the tongue and on the gums. Get
okay,
the coloring a little different. Yeah, exactly.
that's cool. I
Yeah,
like
I
the
did that while you
movement.
were talking. Thank you. Yeah, it has a nice like cutting the tongue. Ooh, interesting. No, I didn't. I shaded the tongue, so I wasn't gonna cut it. I was gonna cut inside the. Hold on a second. I dropped something behind my desk. I'll be right back. Hey,
Oh,
Pisces monkey.
what's going on, guys? How you doing there? So I'm working on this spawn on riding a Charizard. So I'm gonna throw this back part on here because somebody's like, "Are you going to throw the wings in there?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got to do that because it doesn't look like Charizard without wings." Throw
Yeah,
that up there now.
it's upside down and sideways right now. Yeah, Regenerative was confused. He was looking at it like, "Where's Charizard?"
Yeah, here's the front. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. That's so cool.
So I got to obviously you got Spawn, so you can't have Spawn without chains and a big old cape.
Hmm.
Yeah, I went I had to go ahead and put the wing on the back of there of that for sure.
And this one's already sold, right?
Yes, it is. This actually came from a person on Instagram, which I was very shocked to see. So I don't get a lot of people
Yeah,
in there.
I no, me neither. I've been on Instagram for years and I've gotten maybe 2 sales ever.
Yeah. Well, it's made for a different market. It is not it's not a sales market. I don't know why
No, it
people would.
really isn't. I love it because I can literally like have a gallery there. Like I can post things that I've done. Like I don't have that in Whatnot. That's the only thing I think Whatnot's really missing is like a place to show off the things that you've done in the past. It's
Yeah,
great for doing things live, but there's no place to like post photos. I need a photo gallery is what I need in my Whatnot shop.
that would be helpful.
It would be very helpful,
Uh, I think
especially
they're
since
gonna
what I
take.
do is confusing. Like it'd be helpful for people to see photos.
Yeah, I that's why like when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I'll put it on like ArtStation because it shows the actual like steps that I'm doing, or like you could use Instagram as well to go through and do it that way.
Yeah. So I try to post everything on it. That's why I take process photos so people can see that I drew it and then I cut it. I try to show the process on Instagram, but I'm just so bad at posting often enough.
Right.
Regenerative likes what he sees. He likes seeing the collab, co-stream. Thank
Oh,
you,
I love
Regenerative.
this. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
this
it's
kind of
super
stuff.
fun. It's nice to like be able to physically talk to someone.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm talking to myself, for hours. Like I'll draw for hours and then I'm like, I haven't actually spoken to another human being. I've just been talking to myself for hours.
Right.
Such a weird
That
feeling.
that was how it was like the very first show. I'm like, is this even working?
Yeah, it's very
But
weird.
it is very very strange at first.
I mean, I
But I
appreciate
took
the chat. I like that they're commenting and asking questions and stuff. I like that, but it's still not a oral conversation.
yeah. I mean, well, if you're a person that likes that's good with talking with people, yeah,
Hmm.
that's very helpful. And I'm a very like collaborative kind of person and like bouncing ideas off of people.
Yeah, I think it's the
Sometimes,
teacher
yeah,
aspect.
yeah. I just think for me, because I'm like I have to look at the screen and make sure I don't miss anybody. It could kind of throw me off depending on what I'm working on. Um, but also having the conversation, I can kind of keep my flow going as well
Hmm.
because I don't have to look at anything. I can just
Yeah.
go back and
Well,
forth.
like I said, I retain and learn better when my hands are moving anyway. So
Hmm.
I probably converse better when my hands are moving too. I would assume.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's how a lot of us, especially in the art world, that's how we work much better
Hmm.
that way.
So I've met
So
up
no.
with a couple people from Whatnot, like physically. Um,
Mhm.
Actually, I think maybe 6 now, um, including the other day. I met with one that lives here in Maryland, so that was super cool. But my favorite ones when that happens is where we like sit and draw together because
Uh,
again, I just have conversations better, I think, while I can draw. If I just
right.
sit there and like stare at you and talk, it's less natural. But if I can
Mhm.
be drawing while we talk, then it's just supernatural for me.
Absolutely. So my aunt actually lives on the like in DC, like off of Nebraska Ave over there, up
Mm-hmm.
there in
Nice.
DC. So yeah,
Nice.
maybe one of these times when I come up there, I'm gonna have to,
Yeah,
catch up with you. That would be really cool.
absolutely. Please do. Yeah, I'm about 15, 20 minutes outside of DC.
Okay.
I mean, technically it's like 10 miles, but just depending on traffic.
Right. I
Best thing
didn't
to do is just
realize.
jump on the metro.
Yeah, that's how I usually get over there. But
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that close until my dad, because he was one of those travelers that would go all over the place, and he's like, "Yeah, just come on over this way, and we'll go ahead and check this out." I'm like, "Oh, it's literally that close."
Yeah, it's like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter goes to choir practice every Saturday morning. She just jumps on the metro. It's in DC, and she just jumps on the metro here and right takes the train in. It's no big deal.
That's cool.
Yeah. I should do it more often on it because they have such great museums. Um, I don't get out there enough. I really should get out there more.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those things I enjoy, but I'll spend too much time in there. I will
Yeah.
not leave.
Yeah. It also depends if I'm gonna draw. So depending on who I'm with, if I'm gonna sit and draw, I'll be there all day. But sometimes I go to museums with people that they don't want to sit and draw, so we'll do it at a normal speed and then be done with it. But yeah, otherwise I can spend all day in a museum.
I'm like that with museums, with like that with zoos, all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. Anything where I can just kind of like look and imagine all that. That's where I really like to be.
Chokes. Welcome in. Guys, if you're not following Chokes, give him a follow. Another artist
Love,
here on Whatnot.
love that little avatar he's got.
Yeah. Have you seen my Be Right Back sign?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Chokes and I collaborated on a Spawn, and I want to say we got a 9.8. Does that sound right? Maybe it was a
What?
9, maybe it was a 9.6. I'll have to go
That's
back and
impressive.
look.
That's impressive.
Is that right, Chokes? I think it was a Invincible on one side and Spawn on the other. Am I smoking? I think you cut 6 of my books. Oh, we got a couple of them graded? I know we got that Spawn graded. Okay. Okay. Couple books at 9.8. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's right. You did did you do the Deadpool writing the bomb? He was like falling through
That's
the air
hilarious.
on top of the bomb. I remember cutting that one too.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It's the best. LOL.
That's-
PKP says it's the best.
All right, there we go. I think I got most of them done. Just gotta get this wing for Charizard.
This is a lot of little webs I'm cutting. It looks great so far because my cutting board is red. So it just looks like a nice red Spider-Man, but it's not going to
That
stay
is,
red.
that is so crazy. I
Deadpool on
can't
the
get over that.
bomb. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's weird at first, but you get used to it. As long as it doesn't get boring. I worry sometimes people are getting bored with it. Let's see here. Deadpool on the bomb, a dark Captain America. Oh, that's right. I remember that one. It was had a Hydra symbol on it. These are all books from Chokes that I cut. A front and back Invincible piece, Invincible Spawn. Oh, and the Boba Fett. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I
Wow.
remember now. Yeah, we did a bunch of pieces together. The regenerative says looks great. Might be purple. Ooh, I like purple. I have no idea. No idea what's behind here. But like I said, I outlined it in red, so hopefully it. All right, now regenerative. I'm thinking we cut some swirls and things like on the outer part too, or do you want just the? I mean, it's looking pretty cool.
That's wow. That looks so good. You literally did that in like 10 minutes. That's craziness.
The cutting part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's not that many cuts. Well, I mean, it is. It's a bunch of tiny cuts. But my feeling is, Regenerative's going to want more cutting. He likes to have a lot of cuts, so he might want some outer cuts. We got 3 9.8s, a 9.4, and a 9.2. Okay. Yeah. You have to remember the grading is only the quality of the book. They only grade the book. They do not grade the artwork. It could be amazing artwork or it could be bad artwork. It doesn't matter. The grade is the quality of the book. That's why it's so important, like not to get a spine tick or a bent corner or any of those things, because it just ruins the grade. All right, I took a picture of this. Let me reveal. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see. Oh, it is purple. How did he? Oh, he must have known. That's
He looked it up.
sick. Oh, that's sick. What is it? Hold on.
That's really cool.
That is cool. That's really cool. It looks like a different type of symbiote. Oh, it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cool.
Oh, he must have known. Wait, what is this book? Oh, we've done this book a bunch. That's why he knows. Ultimate Spider-Man #1. We've done this book before. That's why he knew. Wow. I dig that, though.
Looks good.
I like the red on purple. Very cool.
Good. Very good contrast.
All right, let me get a photo. Yeah, it's good contrast.
Let's see here. I'm going to get this. So what are you going to do for your last day of spring break?
You're looking at it. I don't know. So we decided, because my wife has it off too. We decided we're going to treat it like it's our normal Sunday, because today was not a normal Sunday. We didn't do any of our stuff. We didn't do our grocery shopping, etc. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we have the painters coming still. So we got to get up in time to deal with the animals, send the kids off to school, and let the painters in at 8 o'clock. Once they're in, we're going to go to breakfast at First Watch, and then we're going to go do grocery shopping. Then we're going to go to Home Depot. So with the new painting of the walls, we found all these different things that we need, contact paper and wall hangers and whatever. So, so breakfast, grocery shopping, Home Depot, come here, work on the projects around the house, and then if I have any time at all, I'm going to try and stream. But
yeah, that sounds good.
I can't guarantee I'm going to have time though. Yeah, we'll see. If I could squeeze some in, I will. But I have to be able to get up for school the next day, so it would have to be pretty early.
Yeah, it's gonna be
all
a
right.
tough
So we're
one.
gonna do a remark on the back of this book.
Oh, Jesus.
So this book was white when I started.
It was white.
Yeah. See, it's a white sketch cover.
Oh wow.
That's how much ink I put on there.
Is that like Posca?
No, it's my Mr. Brush. I'm a Mr. Pen. So this is what I use to fill in big areas, Mr. Pen permanent markers.
Okay.
Chisel points. So the big bold areas are the Mr. Pen, but then the all the little details are my 0.7 and my 0.5s and stuff. But yeah, that's how much ink I put on this book. It's kind of crazy.
Insane.
First Watch is amazing. Had some in Columbus. In Ohio? It's Columbus, Ohio. French toast is impeccable. Ooh, French toast. We'll see. All right, so I'm doing a remark on the back of this one. Let's see what he wants.
All right, let's go in here. Got this. All right, I think I got his wings pretty good.
Yeah, looking good.
It's a piece.
What do you use? What are you using for your camera?
I just have my iPad that I use. I got to get a better camera for this. So
And
I just don't know
I
what would
don't.
work.
Yeah, I don't know what would work better than an iPad. So I struggled with a bunch of different things, and I finally last year for Christmas got an iPad for my gift, and it's worked great. I can't think of anything that would work better, honestly, because it's got all the built-in audio, video. It has all the stuff already.
That is true.
You know, because I looked into getting like a better quality camera and a better quality mic and all this stuff, and then it was like, well, that's all included on the iPad. Like a good quality camera and a good quality mic. Like I don't need to buy anything.
I think the problem that I run into is I use a ring light, which is not the best light to use because it's
Mhm.
got that hole in the middle. So I
Yep.
have to change that. That's my first thing I got to go ahead and replace. But I do like working with my iPad. It's much bigger and I can see things, as well. So I think I'll keep that.
But you're not photographing through the hole, right? 'Cause that's what it's designed for.
No, I'm not
Or are you?
photographing through it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I have a separate
That
camera
might
just for that.
that might make a difference too.
Yeah, I put it through there, but for when I would photograph through it, I would have like this halo going all the way around it before. So now
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm gonna get a different one that's actually just an LED lamp that'll just reflect onto here and it'll just be very bright. That way I don't get any shadows or anything like that on my work. Because like
Okay.
right here, it's a big
Yep.
shadow. I don't like that.
I see it. Yeah, okay.
And I never understood it. Like where I would work, it would always like pop up, and I'm like, I don't know what is going on. I couldn't figure it out, and then finally it dawned on me. I'm like, it's the ring light. I haven't sat down and just go and order a new one. One day I will. Not right now.
Yeah. Priorities.
Yeah.
All right.
I think-
So we're doing another Venom here. So he likes getting these remarks on the back because when you get them CGC'd, they're encapsulated. You can see the front and the back. And if there's nothing on the back, it just kind of seems like a wasted space. So this guy
So
always gets a remark.
so when they get CGC, they get slabbed as well.
Yes, yeah, that's the deal. They
Okay.
they grade them, they document, they database all the information about the book, and then they encapsulate it in the
Gotcha.
plastic. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a nice thing. I was never into it as a collector before. I didn't want them. I wasn't interested in them. But seeing my own work on them, that's so fun. It's such a cool thing to see. Like the encapsulating is almost like a frame. It's like framed up. It's protected. It's got the information at the top. Welcome, Four Leaf. So I've grown to like them a lot more.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I got to tell you, thank you again because it took a while for them to get back to me, but I'm looking forward to being part of that.
Yeah, as long as you can show enough. I've had a couple of people that have struggled to get it because they can't show that they've done enough stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you shouldn't have a problem, especially with all the free comic book day stuff and the cards and everything else. Do you have a website?
Yep, yep. My
Okay.
website's
Yeah.
got all
Yeah.
my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're good. You're good.
Yeah, yeah. That's where I get to keep all my fun stuff. So whether it be website work or artwork, it's all there. Learn that one the hard way. So
Yeah.
Like, why
Okay.
do I not have this out there?
So you should be perfectly fine to get your certification.
I'm hoping that they'll let me know this week. They it took them a week to get back to me, but hopefully they should be back to me this week. They just had to do a
Yeah,
review.
that's pretty fast. So the reason I know a lot about how to get through the whole process is it took me about 4 months to get through it.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. They kept like losing my information, and I would call them and be like, "Okay, it's been another 2 months. How we doing?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah," and just I don't know. It was ridiculous, and that's why I have like phone numbers and emails and things of different people, and they've been great. They really have, but like to get me approved took way too long. And then I've helped a couple buddies get through there, and some of them gotten through in like 2 weeks. I'm like, what? How did you get through so fast? It took me 4 months to get that thing.
Well, it might have been timing too. That's
Yeah.
probably what got you.
Yeah, maybe.
How long have you been CGC though, or certified?
Oh, less than 2 years,
Okay.
but more than one. So yeah, somewhere
I
in
was
there.
thinking. I was thinking it would be like if it was like during the COVID time, I could see that happening, but
No, no,
yeah.
this was after that. I haven't been doing this very long. I mean, like I said, it's been less than 2 years.
But 2 years to get 500 plus books done—that's a little insane.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I love it. I mean, that's just so fun. It's like when I'm not doing it, I'm watching it, and then when I'm doing other things, I just wish I was drawing. I mean, I love my job. That's super fun. Like I go and I
Mhm.
make art with kids, and I mean that's just so fun. Love it, love it. But then, I get off early and I can come home and draw. It's just amazing to have the opportunity to do what I do. I have no
Yeah,
complaints.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad I. It took me a while to finally get up on here because I used to work for a school that was an hour away from me.
Mhm.
So I would work that job all day long. My creative like juices were gone by the time I got home. And I
Mhm.
was
Yeah, that
interested
right
in
the
time with
drive would kill it.
yeah, my wife was one of those things like I really take a lot of time to make sure that we have time together. So that took a
Mhm.
back burner. And then when I left that job, she was like, "Yeah, you do that. I mean, if you want to stay up all night and work on that stuff." I'm like, "Okay." She's all supportive. She's good with it, and I've been doing this ever since, and it's really good for me because she knows I'm happy when I
Awesome.
draw.
Exactly. I get really grumpy, if I go too long without drawing.
Mhm.
It's kinda like
She's
if I
like,
go too long without eating, I get really grumpy too.
yeah, she's like,
That's
he'll draw everywhere.
Yeah, that's the other thing, yeah. Sometimes I have to ask, I'm like, "Is it rude if I sketch right now?" Because 'cause we'll be at, like, a family function, and, like, all the kids are playing, and we're sitting around talking, and I'm like, I have a sketchbook in my pocket. Can I just doodle while we talk?" Is that rude? Um, yeah, sometimes my wife will just be like, "Can you go draw something?" Because 'cause I'm just, like, being grumpy about whatever. She knows. She knows I
That's
need to
good.
draw. Yeah.
Yeah, we go out to this restaurant called Red Crab, and they
Mhm.
have those like the paper mat on there because you got all the
Uh-huh.
screens and whatnot. I'm like, did you really give this to me so I can do this?
I
And
know.
I go wild.
Those are dangerous. Those are dangerous.
And
Yeah.
the crazy part that I love about it is I'll walk in there and the people have no idea. Like most of them have no idea who I am. But then they'll
Right.
look and they'll be like, I'll just say, "Hey, you guys got like a Sharpie or something like that?" Like, "Oh, that's you. You're that guy."
Yeah.
Because they'll put it on the back wall and they'll save them. So I've got like a collection of three of them that I see like every time I go
Exactly.
in there. It's pretty cool.
That's right. There was one, yeah, not to be mistaken for Red Lobster. That's right. There's one in Massachusetts that I visit with my kids sometimes, and you walk in and like my drawings are on the wall behind the hostess desk because they have the brown paper on the tables, and
Yes.
they have a cup of crayons on each table. So, but when I walk in, they don't know that I'm the one that drew those.
Hmm.
So then it's like my kids and I will just go ham on it and just it's just fun. It's just fun.
I I like it because there's some people that come in there like the hostess or hostesses that I'll see. They'll be like, "Hey, can I snag that from you? Can I get that?" And I'm like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
nice.
I mean, it's for you guys. You guys can have it. Please enjoy."
Yeah, I've only been to this place like so I've been visiting, I've been driving up and seeing my kids, every 2 weeks for 13 years now.
Hmm.
And so in the 13 years, we've gone to this restaurant maybe 5 times. So like nobody knows me. Nobody. Like I don't go there often enough for them to know me when I walk in. But when I leave, they know me.
That's always a good thing. You left an impression.
Fun. And they're very much collaborative drawings with my kids, and that's the thing. It's like we're doing this together, it's not just dad's drawing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
So you said your daughter is in chorus. Are any of your other kids like artistic like you?
Yeah, so my daughter up in Massachusetts, she's actually in her first year of college right now. She's at a culinary school.
Oh.
Um, she's in Rhode Island, and we she's drawing constantly drawing, but she didn't want to, pursue that or anything, as a career. But I swear I have to buy her a sketchbook every, I don't know, 6 months because she's literally filled, the last one. Um, but no real formal training though. Like she didn't have any good art experiences in high school. Um, and we didn't really, give her lessons or anything growing up. But she just grew up around me and just draws constantly. Um, both the boys. So I have a boy here in Massachusetts and a boy in Maryland.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I have a boy here in Maryland, and I have my son Max up in Massachusetts. Neither of the boys draw at all. They just
Hmm.
don't. I think they don't want to. Uh, that's what dad does, and they don't want. They love what I do. They're always talking about how cool it is what I do, but they don't want to do it. Um, my one son does a lot of like miniature painting though, like the little miniature figures,
Mhm.
either plastic or pewter or whatever, and you paint them up like the Space Marines and the what I'm talking about? Those
Yeah,
kind of
like Warhammer and all that.
yeah, Warhammer, yeah, exactly, yeah. So he does a lot of that, which it takes artistic skill, but it's not like my need of having to draw constantly. And then my daughter here is very, very into music. Like I said, she's in this national chorus that she has been for many years up in DC, and she used to draw constantly, and then it switched to drawing only in the iPad. And then she took AP art last year in high school, but she doesn't want to do anything with it. Like she doesn't
Gotcha.
want to go into art or anything like that. Yeah, she's looking at archaeology and other things and doesn't have a desire to pursue art.
Yeah, I wish my kids were in that realm, but they don't want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's you can't be forced into what you love. So
Nah, I just like the fact they can do it. So if they need to fall back on something, they have that option.
yeah, that's good.
Like I have two boys, one daughter. My daughter, she's super talented in painting. She does a lot more abstract art. Um, I always love looking what she can do. Like she's really good at color. Her paintings are just phenomenal. But she never
Hmm.
wanted to do it like as a career. And then my oldest son, he's not into this art stuff. Like he's creative, like he can come up with cool things to do, but he's not like this is his passion. He doesn't draw or anything like that. But my third son, sorry, my third child, he's the one that can do like the dancing. He can do art. He can do graphics, all that kind of good stuff. It's just
Oh,
not
wow.
something that he wants to pursue. He just naturally has got a talent for it. And, I
Gotcha.
tried to kind of move him in that way, but he's like, nah, that's not me. I'd rather use my skills in other places. So I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
At
It's
least,
like if they don't wanna do it, you can't really force them.
yeah, I don't ever want my kids to not like what I do. And I like what they can pull off. And if they have questions, they know how to do the stuff, but I can always just help them out. Um, my one son that, he's just like naturally gifted.
Mhm.
I've questioned him like, man, you were really good. How did you learn that? And he just tries stuff. So he's not afraid to do that kind of thing. And my other kids kind of struggle a little bit in that one, but they're still good. Are really, really super talented.
That's cool.
I'm very happy about that. All right, what do we got here? All right, let's see where you're at with this. I feel like I'm running slow compared to you.
No, it's different things. I'm just doing little remarks, you know? And, you're, you don't like, we were talking about that earlier, you don't compare style and process and things. You don't compare things like that. You can get inspired and get ideas from other people, but
Yeah,
what I'm doing right now, what you're doing right now are two different things.
absolutely.
The pacing and I mean, look at how beautiful your line work is, right? It's all thin and smooth and clean. And look at what I just did. It's like I'm roughing it out, It's two different things.
Yeah, it feels like I'm watching you. That's like got that skill with the brush, and like that's really cool to see you hit that up really fast.
Yeah, I am trying to get these out the door too. We've got so he's got 50 books that are I'm trying to get to CGC. Um so these are the last 3 that need a remark before they go. So if I can get these done and out the door, then we can get this huge order in, which would be helpful.
That's crazy. 50 books. My God,
Mhm.
that is insane.
It is a lot of books.
And you did all 50 books?
I did something on all 50. Some of them were collaborations with other people, some were just my art, and then some of them were like other people did the cover and I just did a remark on the back. But he's using my account, my artist account, so no matter what, I have to have done something on the book.
That's
Otherwise I
really
can't
cool.
submit it. Yeah, the only way he can submit it through me is if I did something on the book. So some of them I've only done a remark on the back.
That's impressive. That's a good collector.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a great friend to have.
That looks so good. Never thought I would do a cover like this before.
That is super cool. And that was the idea of the person that reached out to you. They were like, "I want
Yeah,
this with that."
yeah. They're like,
On
I
a
want
Charizard.
Spawn riding Charizard. I'm like, how do I do that?
But that's the best thing though, the creative challenges like that.
Yeah, I've kind of so when I do stuff like this, I have this artist that I follow. He does a style like what is that called? You ever seen Hot Rod Cartoon magazine? You remember
Yes.
those? So
Yes.
he does artwork just like that, where it's got that like smashed down, like funky, driving style, and everything's like comical around it.
Okay.
So when I do stuff like this, I'm trying to add that to it. And I started that out like a couple of years ago because I had a guy, he ordered up a piece where he wanted Spawn inside of what was it, a Toyota
Mm,
Tacoma because it was his favorite truck. I mean, he loves this truck. So like,
mhm.
okay, let's do that. So I had Spawn driving the truck, and then Violator was on the outside, just like doing like a peace sign or something like that. Um, and then he goes, "Hey, I need you to do me another one. I've been wanting this Corvette for years, like a 1985 Corvette, and I finally got one. It's white. I need you to do a comic book cover the same exact way." I'm like, "Let's go."
Ooh,
So I
nice.
did it in the same fashion. So I try to keep the theme going when I have, these collaborations where they're, writing or doing something like that. So they have that fun little sensibility to them.
I swear, the piece you're working on, I swear it's got to be the same guy that got one from me of uh, Gunslinger Spawn writing a um, Violator.
Well,
I
I can tell you this person's name is Loading. That's the name of the client.
No, no, I know the guy who got mine. It's
Oh, okay.
so I know it's not the same guy. I'm just saying, like it seems so odd that it's not because it just feels like the same type of request. You know what I mean?
I get you on that.
And I feel like we did it. We approached it in a very similar way. You see how Charizard is like rearing up like that, and
Hmm.
he's got the so mine is so similar, but it's actually the other direction.
Okay.
It's coming in from the right, and he's rearing up like that, and like even what you did with the foot, in the saddle or whatever. Like
Mhm.
I had the same thing I had to deal with, like the exact same process. It's crazy. Let me see if I can find that book real quick.
I love this one.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Never, I never was a big Pokemon fan at all.
Hmm.
I'm still not, but I
Hmm.
I do tell people I'm like, as far as like from the artistic standpoint of things, they've gotten a lot better. So I can,
Yeah, I I mean, I've always had literally zero interest in them growing up and stuff like that. But my son loves them, and has for like 15 years now. Like he just so I've learned everything I know about him from him, and he's always sharing this and that, and I still don't know hardly anything because I just don't pay enough attention to them. But he just loves Pokemon.
I don't even understand the world. So like, what was it? A couple months ago, I did a convention where I
Mhm.
went to a Pokemon con, and I was like, okay, this will be cool because it's something really different. I stand out because I'm not doing like the Pokemon say stuff. No, that's a different kind of crowd. Like, so if you ever do a convention like that,
Oh,
it's
they
very
only
different.
want their Pokemon.
I
And
know
it
that.
and it has to look exactly like
Yes.
the Pokemon. Like, there's no artistic interpretation. Like, you can't do your own Charizard. Like, it
Yeah.
has to look exactly like the Charizard from the show. Like, you can't really express yourself with drawing
No.
Pokemon.
No.
I
And I
got a lot of grief for that. The first couple times I tried, they're like, "No, that doesn't look like Charizard. You did them all mean looking." I'm like, "Well, okay." Yeah.
That's my style.
Yeah.
Not that artist.
Although this one was cool. I did a Venomized, uh, Pikachu
Oh,
with
that is fire.
a
That is
crap ton of
so
cuts.
good.
The amount of
You haven't
cuts on that
sold
is
that?
oh, yeah, absolutely, I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm looking through my phone for that uh,
That was crazy good.
Spawn rating of Violator.
That was
I
so
happened to
good.
see that picture. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, I've never experienced that. I really was very hopeful. So I'm sitting up there. I'm like, why am I not selling anything? I don't get it. This is so weird. But then I looked at them like, these people are not here for me. I mean,
Oh,
it's a different kind of culture.
yeah, you're the wrong kinda artist for them.
I looked over at my friend. He's like, he would have like sporadic sales from here from time to time, and he's like, I made back my table. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
that's cool. I mean, I didn't, but That's okay. This was a shot in the dark, so I didn't spend that much money on it. So it was just
It's
like an
definitely a
investment.
learning experience too.
Yeah, but I mean, now I can tell people, other artists, I'm like, just be aware what you're about to get into. I'm not saying don't do it. You can try it and see if it works for you. Just didn't work for me.
So imagine this piece next to your Charizard piece. It's like a freaking diptych, dude. Like they're facing each other. This is like an ultimate
That's cool.
face-off battle,
That's
right?
really cool.
Gunslinger on a Violator, and then traditional spawn on a Charizard. Like
That's really cool.
they just look like they go together.
Yes, that is
That's
true.
insane. That's insane.
I love those
That's
inks on
crazy.
that one.
Yeah, they're
Those,
fun. And the colors. Look at the colors that came through the cuts.
I
There's a
know
really
that.
brightly colored book behind there. All that
mm,
that's all that red
That's
is
that's
the
a great
book.
book. That's a great book.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one.
That is a great book. Got to give it up on that one.
All right, let's
Oh,
see
I
here.
did want to ask you something. So that insert that you have that you put
Mhm.
your books into, does that thing have like a riser on it on the back where you can lift it up at an angle?
No, but it's very easy to hold.
Okay.
So you see how I'm holding it like this? I can hold it at an angle real easily and draw.
Okay.
And it's super fun and easy, like to take it upstairs and work on it. Like the wife and I are watching a movie, like to take a book up and try to bounce it on a pillow or on my I have a lap desk thing, like doing that. I hunch up over too much. Anyways, there's always a risk of it like sliding off and getting damaged, or like I'm gonna catch the corner on a pillow or something. So I
Right.
never draw upstairs. Now I can bring this upstairs and it's not gonna fall. It's not gonna go anywhere. I can tilt it and stuff while I'm working and I'm watching the movie and I'm drawing, and like this has been a lifesaver for drawing outside the studio too.
I'm definitely going to be investing in one of those. That is actually really neat. I like that.
Yeah, it is very cool. It's my buddy Black Knight Customs. Way back in the day when we first started knowing about each other, he tried making me an electric um, razor blade, electric X-Acto knife. He designed this whole thing. He 3D printed the body. He made it purple because that's my favorite. He made this thing and he put the blade in it, and it just shook a little bit. So
Hmm.
like as I was drawing, the idea was that it just shook back and forth a little so that it would cut. Anyways, he did all this work into it, and then it ended up not working because it would tear up the paper too much, like the shaking.
Hmm.
Instead of a nice clean cut, I'd get this like ragged cut. So it ended up not working. My point is, he's just like that kind of guy who's like, oh, let's try and solve this problem or this problem. Like, let me build that to try and solve this problem. Like, he's one of these builders, that just tries to fix everything. But then he
Yeah.
came up with this shield thing, and I swear I've seen like 30 different artists now that have them because it protects the corners. You get the inlay, all that. The only thing I
Oh,
can't do in it is cut. I can't cut in it because I don't have a cutting board that fits in it.
ah,
So anytime I go to cut, I have to take it out and put my cutting board, behind the yeah.
that makes sense. Oh, I know who this is. Okay, I know who this is.
Yeah, he's in here all the time.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
always watching everybody.
yes,
He's a good guy.
I'll definitely be ordering one of those from him for sure.
Yeah. And now he's got them with inserts, so you can drop in. If you're doing a 5x7, you drop in this insert that's a 5x7 opening, and then he's got one for cards, so you can get a trading card insert, a 5x7 insert, a 4x7, whatever. He's got multiple inserts you can drop into your shield.
It's going to be so helpful. That'll be another game changer.
It is a game changer. Yeah, I love it.
I'm going to definitely get one.
So
Put it
we're
on
gonna
my list
cut
for.
this up.
Are you just doing webs around it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do webs around this one,
Okay.
at least for now. So the owner of this book, His name's Regenerative. He may come back with, "Oh, can I get some more cuts? Can you cut the left side or whatever?" Like, because he likes what he likes, and he's not scared to ask for what he likes. So I might
That's
think I'm done, but then he might have other ideas. But he has lots of great ideas, so I'm not complaining. And he's a very, very consistent supporter. So
yeah, stuff looks really, really good. Every piece I've seen him get looks really great.
thanks. I meant to ask you the ghostwriter in your bin, is that on paper? What is that? What is that?
Yeah, that's on a cardstock.
Okay,
I
so it's
did.
like a regular 8.5 by 11 or something, or
Yeah.
8 by 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was the one I did, like with my first or second show that I did on here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we'll be doing a ghostwriter here. I gotta go to my other comic book shop. I gotta get a ghostwriter book. We're gonna do Ghostwriter Wolverine, I think.
Helverine.
Something like that. Yeah, it's a Ghostwriter Wolverine.
Yeah, Helverine is his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did.
they're not. No, they want me to do it like different than that. They don't want it like that. They want something
Oh, they don't want
completely
the.
different.
Oh, I
No,
see.
not the one. No, I get to. It's artists. I get to make my own little choices and all that
Oh,
kind of stuff.
nice. Oh, that's a good combination.
Yeah, like when they
That's
give
a
me a little more.
very hard book to find, though.
Well, you know, there are people around that have them. It's just
Uh,
I gotta see if my shop will hook me up. This the shop that I work with, they work with shops all over the United States, so they can. If I'm looking
oh,
for it, they'll find it. It's
oh,
it's,
nice.
it's one of those things. So I'm very
Yeah,
happy to have that shop.
I always wanted one. It took me a very, very long time. I finally found one. It took me a couple years though to find it. But again, it's just me like keeping my eyes open. I wasn't like actively searching. Um, but yeah, I finally got one. I was really happy about that because I
Well, I
love the
tell every
character.
yeah, I tell all my anybody that gets on here, they're like, "Where do you get your stuff?" I'm like, "Get this place in Florida. These guys know their stuff. Just order from them. They're very fast on their work. They'll even send you pictures on Instagram and all that kind of stuff of anything that
Nice.
they have. So it's really helpful. It's always good when you get a good shop.
Yeah,
Just wish
I
I
got
could
a,
find.
I got a
You got to what?
pretty, I got a pretty good deal with local shop. They send me one of everything, like everything that comes out every month. They just
Hmm.
they order me one copy of everything. So I never have to wonder like what's coming out next month. What do I want to order? I know I'm getting one of everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice. I don't have to think about it at all. But then on occasion I'll hear that something's coming out. Like when I heard Lobo was coming out, then I just reached out and I was like, okay, can I get 10 of the Lobos? And so yeah. Other than that, like I said, I just get one of everything, which is there's a lot of weird ones out there. Every
Yeah.
time I get that box, I'm like, I don't know what's gonna be in here. It could be some weird indie thing I never heard of, but it'll sell eventually.
That is true. You will find that one person.
Hmm.
Oh,
I can't wait till they make a Pokemon blank.
yeah, I get asked that all the time.
Yeah, they haven't made one, but when they do, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. Like
Hmm.
everybody and their mother's gonna want one of those things.
I'm I'm in the boat. Like I'm like, I don't understand why they haven't done that. They
Hmm.
haven't done a Mario one. I don't
Right?
understand why those aren't available.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't. I guess I'm just not thinking of it from like a collector standpoint. But that being said, I have not seen a Pokemon comic book yet, so that's the part I don't get.
Yeah,
They're only mangas.
right. Is that the thing? Is it because it's only owned? outside the US, so they don't make US-sized versions of it?
I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing that can make sense to me why we don't see that. Um, Now,
So
I
I'm
do have a
going
question. I do
Go
have a
ahead.
question
Yeah,
for you once you're done.
yeah.
So on the CGC side, like if somebody was to like, okay, they got their own comic, right, and then they made the cover, could that get CGC'd?
Say that again?
So say for example, like I got a Spawn, right? I got the Spawn comic,
Yep.
and I made the actual cover for that book, and I stapled it back in there and all that stuff. Could that get CGC'd?
No. So
Okay.
I have several of those, and you can CGC it, but it won't have a grade.
Okay.
So what they'll do is they'll put all the information on the label. Welcome in, Noah. They'll put in all the information on the label, and they'll put an NG, which stands for not graded. And in the information at the label top, it'll say aftermarket cover added, no grade available.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have a guy I work with in Mexico. He's an amazing artist, but he only works on black paper. That's his
Hmm.
thing. He does color pencil on black paper. He refuses to work on white paper. So for a while there, I was getting these books where he had a guy that would very, very professionally, like you cannot tell that this is not a manufactured thing, but he would post market put a black cover on certain books. And then this guy would do the art on it, and then he would send it to me. And I CGC'd some of them, and they came back as no grade, and I was devastated because you know the guy who bought them wanted them graded,
Right.
and neither one of us knew that that was going to happen. So
Wow.
yeah, here I'll show you one. Hold on, I got one here. One of my favorite of all times, but again, it hasn't sold because there's it's got no grade. But this artwork is phenomenal.
Oh,
Look
that's
at this
cool.
shit. Like, come on.
That's craziness.
So he drew that, and I did all the ha ha ha's and the cutting, right? But see, it says no grade, blank outer cover added after manufacturing. But it does say it was signed and sketched by him.
Okay.
So it's they still put that on there, but it because it has no grade, like nobody wants it. Nobody wants a non-graded book. You know, they all wanted to say 9.8 or whatever on it.
Oh man, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's a cool
it
looking book.
is. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love the artwork. I mean, yeah, so I just keep that in my studio, like, because it makes me happy. It's
Definitely,
a very pretty piece.
it is. It's got like a Hellraiser-ish kind of look to it. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna take a picture of this real quick.
Go back there. This eye done, and I think I'm done with the ink part.
I wonder if our chatting has chased away all the people.
Well,
I think it's just the two of us in here now.
that's all right.
That's
Um,
Yeah, but that's kind of crazy. I mean, we have literally like fire happening up here and fire happening down here. Like nobody's watching it. That's crazy. I mean, it is Easter, I guess, but
yeah,
um, I think I'm gonna need to jump into bed because we have all those plans,
no
and
worries. Yeah.
I have to go Duolingo before midnight.
Well, that is fine with me. I'm probably going to cut off here just a little bit because I actually got to get up early because I got to go to Fort Lauderdale tomorrow. So
Oh, really? Oh, you're in Florida?
yeah.
Oh, nice. My one daughter who's graduating high school this year is she got into both Miami State and or Miami University and FYU,
Or
uh,
FAU.
Florida International
Oh,
University,
FIU. Yeah.
FIU,
Yep.
which is also in Miami, I guess.
Yep.
So it sounds like I'm going to be going to Miami, you know, a lot in the future. So I don't know
Oh,
if that's anywhere near you, but
well, it's close. It's within like hours. It's not that far away,
Yeah.
but you could go to
Yeah.
Art
So that might
Basel.
be
That would be a good one for you if you've never been. So they have this.
why does that sound so familiar?
So Art
Oh yes,
Basel,
the show.
yeah, it's the big show, but also they got like Wynwood and all that kind of
Yeah.
good stuff down there. So,
Oh, okay.
yep.
Okay.
So
Let me get
definitely,
let's see what this looks like. Oh, this is the Star Wars one, I remember. Nice. Oh, I like the black though.
that's
That's cool.
cool.
Hey, M Dog. Welcome in. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's
That
kind of
looks
like he's
good.
breaking free or something.
Absolutely, I like that.
Very cool. Let
That's a
me get a
great piece.
photo.
That is a great piece. All right, I'll get all that done tomorrow. Just gonna go ahead and color that tomorrow. I'm not doing that tonight.
Alrighty.
All
So I
right.
think the only thing I have left. What do I have left for this guy? Oh, that might be it. I'll have
Did
to
you
double
finish
check.
it all?
Oh, I need to do this Lion King piece. So he decided he wants some cut things in the yellow, like some designs cut into the yellow. And then this needs another layer of yellow. See how it's kind of streaky? I need to paint another layer on there and then cut it. So, all right. So this would be the 50th book for that order. All right. It's a big order.
That is a beautiful order.
Yes, very cool, very cool. All right, thanks for letting me crash your Easter show.
Absolutely.
I was a little nervous about it. I was like, well, is that rude? Like, I refused to do it during your birthday show. I was like, I'm not going to ask. My wife's like, you should ask him. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's his birthday. I'm not gonna step in on his birthday show. But then I saw you were on today. I was like, oh, okay. I got to at least ask.
Well,
So
I'm
I
just
appreciate
definitely
you.
gonna have to jump on one of yours the next time around for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I do I have a standing show every Wednesday and Thursday at 3:30.
Okay.
So I'm definitely on those days, but then I also try to catch an evening or two each week depending on what my wife's doing, throughout the week. So
Okay.
you'll see me around,
Yeah.
even though school's starting up again.
Yes. I'll be over soon enough.
Exactly.
Well, get yourself some rest. I'll be looking for your show tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you for jumping on. I really do appreciate it.
Yep. Talk to you
All
later.
right. You have yourself a good night.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So for anybody that's still left on here, I'm just going to go ahead and do my last little cleanups on here. It's fun having custom up there. We're going to do another show down the road for sure because I do enjoy speaking with him. He does have a lot of knowledge. He does. What's up, Manny? What's up, Four Leaf? M Dog? How are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm just going to wrap this up. So this Charizard being ridden by Spawn is looking really good. And then tomorrow, I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to throw in all the colors. I'm going with like a chrome orange. Get all that done. And I think if I can fit it in there, I'm going to put the other wing in there. So got all that done. So we're able to put Spawn's big old cape in there. Everything looks good. I think it all looks really, really good. So let's see if I'm going to leave that in there. All right. So for anyone that has been on here, thank you so much for joining the stream. We'll do this again another day. Don't forget on Thursday, it's going to be me and Kay. Don't give an ink. and we'll be up there doing our thing. All right, guys. I hope you have yourselves a good night, and I will see you on the next stream. Have a good one.